Oh, running this rap shit. Come on! Buddy, what up, boy? Hey! Yeah! What's going on? What's going on, good people? How y'all doing?
Man, it's a long time coming, brother. I'm glad we finally up in here.
About time.
About time.
Took your ass forever.
I mean, listen, man, I ain't never say I wasn't a procrastinator, but guess what? It ain't how you start, it's how you finish.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
So let's get started.
A wise man once told me that. Listen, welcome to the 2 Days in the Wake Up podcast. I'm your boy Fella, and this is my man Scotty.
Scotty B.
Scotty B
on
in the
ones and twos.
On the ones and twos. Y'all see him with the laptop. Listen, man, we coming to y'all today with some real rap raw. Real rap raw. But now this is just an open dialogue conversation. We're going to give it to you the realest as possible. A perspective from two light-skinned brothers, okay?
Light skin taking over in
Absolutely.
2020, 2021.
Absolutely.
So we're going to make it happen.
Speaking of 2020, it's been a rough year, okay? Like, I just want to go ahead and just start from the top. Please assist, brother. Rest in peace, Kobe. Rest in peace, Breonna Taylor, George Floyd. Everybody we lost to this movement out here, that we continue to keep fighting and keep fighting and keep fighting. Like we ain't tired of fighting. Shout out to and rest in peace to Chadwick Boseman. Y'all see I got my little bobblehead right here. You know what I'm saying? He gonna hold it down for us today. He gonna protect us doing the podcast. You know what I'm saying? But that's the people that I want to shout out. You know what I'm saying? Because we lost some great people this year, man. I know it's a whole bunch of people that has lost their lives either between police brutality or COVID or just natural causes in general. Accidental and stuff like that. So we just want to recognize that, and we salute every last one of y'all.
He's not gonna cut this off. We're not stopping right there. So I lost my grandmother this year due to COVID. So rest in peace to my grandmother. Yeah. I lost my uncle due to COVID. So rest in peace, Uncle Jeff. Along with what he's saying, just to piggyback on it, we've lost and we've taken a hit this year, but we are still here. If you're still above ground, if you're not 6 feet deep, then you're still grinding and you're still pushing. So let's keep going. Let's keep loving our families. Let's keep loving each other. And we're going to get into the shits now.
That's right. That's right. All love all day long. And what my man 2 Chainz says, like, man, if you woke up today, you blessed. I ain't say the N-word. You see how I cut the N-word out?
We cussing. We're going to be cussing a lot in this podcast. So we going to make it happen. So we're going to start out talking about dating. And what is your definition of seeing that you're a single man?
Yeah, let's make that very clear here, folks. Okay, no rings on this finger. Okay, not that everybody wear rings and stuff like that or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You gonna put your ring? You gonna put your ring on Chad right there? Go ahead, put it on Black. He gonna hold it down.
Oh, we got it. Boom. That's my ring right there.
All right, so my man Scotty B here, he is definitely a married man. Yes. Okay, has a beautiful family, beautiful wife.
2 years now. We've been rocking. So
congratulations, brother. You know what I'm saying? I wish y'all the best. Y'all keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? Me, on the other hand, I ain't never been married.
Mm-hmm. Let them know, ladies.
You know what I'm saying?
All the way. And I'm single.
No children either. You know what I'm saying? I mean, somebody told me I was a unicorn, brother. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I think there's a lot of people that aren't. I think we're off subject, but a lot of people over 30 nowadays don't. There's not a lot of people that don't have children. And you are definitely one of the few that we can say that doesn't have a child. I don't know if you've had any scares.
Hey, listen, brother. Okay, disclaimer. There's been plenty of scares. Okay, not happy to speak about those scares. You know what I'm saying? But however, I've had my little, over the years. You know what I'm saying? I'm a spring chicken, but not a young chicken. You know
you old, man.
Hey, whatever.
You old as hell.
Whatever, brother. You know what I'm saying? But light skin don't crack. You know what I mean?
Is that where we going?
I just had to throw that out there too. I had to throw that out to the people. You know what I'm saying? They know what it is.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? All love, all day.
I hear you.
So what we talking about dating?
So dating. What's your definition of dating? Seeing that you're a single man with no kids right now. There's a lot of things out there, and because of COVID, you can't really go out and really be face to face with people. Especially at the beginning, it's starting to loosen up a little bit. But with all the dating apps, with everything that you've been through, what's your definition of dating right now?
Okay. Well, I would like to say that I don't do dating apps.
Okay.
Dating apps are not my thing.
Okay. And that is why?
I feel like it's not personable enough.
It's just like texting.
No.
It's just like texting.
Here's the thing, okay? I feel like you gonna catch a vibe from me that you not gonna catch from swiping left. So I don't like dating apps.
So what's the difference between dating apps and like somebody seeing you from across the bar and they're like, yo, he's cute?
Cause you see me from across the bar,
bro. You taking pictures.
I'm saying, but
taking pictures.
But it's a difference when you got like that physical presence and your eyes can see, and you like, dang, dude, look like he kind of pieced himself together very well. Versus it's a headshot. Even if you put a full body photo on this chat, I mean not the chat, but the app. You know what I'm saying? People still be like, I don't know. Then you gotta write a description. Oh, you know, I like nice long walks on the beach at night and like.
Who says you gotta do all that?
That to me is whack.
Who said you gotta do all that though?
I don't like dating apps. Okay, that's just my. I would rather. I'm old school in that sense where let me meet you face to face. I'm not sliding in your DM. I'm not doing none of that.
You've never slid in a DM.
Have I ever slid in a DM to try to holler at somebody?
Don't be a hypocrite.
I'm making sure I understood the question. Have I ever slid in the DM to try to holler at a woman that I didn't know? Period.
Yeah.
No. It's a difference.
No. Let's do period. Just period. Have you ever slid in the DM?
I've slid in people's DMs that I already know.
Okay.
So therefore, it's effortless. Then, at that point, it's like, "Hey man, nice picture. I'm checking on you. Everything cool? You good?"
Is that your way in?
Because I know you already, so I can ask those questions.
Right.
But have I slid in any strangers' DMs? Like, what's up, girl? You know what I'm saying? Let me holler at you. Whatever.
Sound like a creep.
I mean, you know, whatever. You know what I'm saying? No, I've never slid in any strangers' DMs.
Right.
Only people I know.
Okay. So still, I mean, you don't like the dating apps. I get it. Right. So what about those that they don't have the charisma, they don't have the swag, they don't have none of that. The dating app is there for not only you. I mean, there's a lot of people that, especially nowadays, the use of dating apps during COVID have gone up by leaps and bounds during COVID. So a lot of people are using them because we can't have that face-to-face interaction.
Understood.
And to me, it's just like texting. You know what I mean? Like, or I see somebody across the bar, I don't approach them, but because I've never been one to approach anybody across the bar anyway. But it's just like seeing something, okay, I like that person, and I'm swiping. That's what it is. You know what I mean? That's all it is to me. I used it long time ago. Long time ago.
Understood.
But it's just, I mean, not everybody has the, charisma or has the confidence to go across the bar or across the movies or across the park to talk to somebody. So, I mean,
I'm a personal person. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a problem like introducing myself and speaking to you. You know what I'm saying? I feel like just the nature of my character, like if I want you, if
I want you, I'm gonna get you. You're a booty warrior.
If I want you, I'm gonna make the attempt. And it ain't. I mean, I just feel like you can't really get across what you really want to say or do or the vibe when it's a dating app.
Okay.
Now, that's not to say that I've never been on a dating app and I've never had success with a dating app, because I have. And to this day, the one or two people that I'm thinking of off the top of my head, we still cordial, we still cool.
Okay.
But, I don't be butting into their life or nothing like that. I let people live their life. But yeah, at the end of the day, I'm saying, like, it has happened.
Okay.
Black people meet, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Black people meet, you know what I'm saying? That was
you are Asian.
Hey, that was a little plug right there. But they don't pay us to say that. You know what I'm saying? I just want to let you know.
Nobody pay us to say nothing.
It was successful. It was successful 2 times. Black people meet. You know what I'm saying? But anyway.
I had success on Tinder. I think that's the one I used.
Okay. You used to use.
Used.
Passing. He had. Okay. I
ED.
want to keep you line.
You're not going to get me cut.
I'm not. Yeah. I'm not.
Not today.
Yeah.
But so, again, what's your definition of dating?
My definition of dating. So I look at my definition of dating as, one, you got to have a conversation with the person that you're planning on dating. So here's what I mean. If you want to have that situation where you're dealing with multiple women at one time, and I'm men and women, if you want to deal with multiple people at one time, you need to have that conversation with everybody that you're rocking with. Some people's gonna be cool with it, and some people's not. So I think the open communication and dialogue lets people know where you stand and what you're gonna do and what you're not gonna do. If you have a conversation with somebody like, listen, we're dating and we're getting to know each other. We just kicking it. We just chilling out. You know what I'm saying? We cooling it or whatever terminology you like to use. That conversation need to be had up front so you know what the expectations is and what is not. Because if you're going to be monogamous during this situation, that's something that needs to be put on the table. But so everybody's definition is different. My definition is, let me have a conversation with you about what your expectations are for dating. If I come at you and I say, listen, man, I'm just looking for a buddy, okay? That's it. I ain't trying to put no work in. I ain't trying to have to worry about holidays and birthdays and all this other stuff like that. I'm just looking for a buddy just to kick it with. I mean, we can go get some drinks at the bar and then come back and smash. Or we can, Netflix and chill. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be, that's all it is. But if you're saying, like, I'm actively dating you and in hopes of things could go further, then I think that's when you already open the door for a relationship to blossom. Mm-hmm. Okay? So them birthdays and them Christmas gifts or whatever the case may have it, or going out to the movies and going on real dates and all that stuff, that's what that is. You know what I'm saying? So it's a difference. So everybody's definition is different. I just feel like you have to have that conversation with somebody to understand how they feeling and then what you feeling, and then you move from there.
So just an open line of communication. That's basically what you're saying.
Yeah. There's not one definition for dating. Everybody's definition of dating is going to be different. So mine is, let me have a conversation with you first, and then we can move from there.
So how has that changed over the years? I mean, you're in your 30s, mid 30s. So I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it.
I'm 25, brother.
All right, you in your mid 20s. Shit. So as you've gotten older and matured and have gone through the gambit of dating, how has your ideals changed over the years?
So for me, as you get older, maybe, and this again, y'all, this is in my opinion, right? Mm-hmm. So for me, it's a slow down type process. Like, I'm no longer interested in having a squad of women on my team that I'm gonna bounce throughout the week. That shit is stressful. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm trying to keep up with everybody, and at the end of the day, it ain't safe. Okay, all right.
Praise God.
It's not. So for me, I'm not on that type of time no more.
Okay.
I don't need a roster. Okay. I'm cool with dating one person, and I'm sleeping with one person.
So you're ready to settle down right now?
Hold on, pause. Let me get to that.
Am I moving too fast?
Moving just a little too fast there, brother. Okay. So I'm cool with dating one person, getting to know one person, kicking it with one person, sleeping with one person.
Okay.
That's how you keep things safe. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean I'm trying to be with you in a relationship and I'm trying to marry you.
How do you
in
switch
2 years. That's not a switch. Hey, listen to what
I'm
saying.
So you're fine. Okay, I understand what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
Okay. But that also, because I'm just dating you and there's no... maybe this is the right terminology to use, and you correct me if I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? Dating without a purpose and dating with a purpose. That's what I want to use. So if I'm dating you without a purpose, we just kicking it. All right? Don't be doing all the expectations and stuff like that. We just kicking it. If we're dating with a purpose, then everything's open on the table, because at that point, you're really looking at this person as something more, something potential down the road. So that's the difference.
So is that so when I met my wife, we had an open communication.
Shout out wifey.
Yeah. She pretty much told me from the very beginning, I'm dating with a purpose. You know what I mean? She let it be known from the very beginning that I'm looking to be married. Didn't put a timeline on it. Didn't say I'm looking to have a baby, be married by 2020 or 2018, whatever year we got married.
You don't know the year you got married?
I know the year, but I'm not gonna sit up there.
Okay.
I said at the beginning we've been married 2 years.
Okay. Yeah,
So dating with a purpose, I think, especially when you start dealing with women in their 30s and up, I think that is huge. In their lives, because I don't know, and someone's going to correct me, but the clock starts to tick, especially if they don't have any children, unless they tell you straight up front that they don't want kids. But most women in their 30s have lived their 20s just like we have, but we didn't grow up thinking about our wedding. True. A lot of women grew up thinking about their wedding, so a lot of women that especially you're going to deal with and the single guys out there are going to deal with are going to be the ones that's trying to get married and trying to move past the whole friendship, let's just play around with each other, go on dates, we gonna fuck when we fuck. You know what I mean? So that's where I'm trying to you know, I want to dig a little deeper into the single man's mentality.
Okay.
As to, I know you want to get married.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I know you want to, but
is there some wood to knock on, bro?
But I you know it. Everybody knows that you want to be a father and you want to be, well, switch it around. You want to be a husband and a father.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So, and you already said it. You're cool with dating one girl, but what has held you back from dating that one person? Because you've been on dates, you've been in relationships, and all this other stuff.
At this point in life, man, you absolutely right. Okay, Thanks for telling the world my business. You know what I'm saying? But this is our open dialogue conversation. Y'all getting it straight from me, a single man's perspective, and you best believe I'm going to drill the married man's perspective. But anyway, I guess it's just being cautious. Mm-hmm. So, you know, you can jump into a situation after meeting somebody and, you know, and you say, like, man, you the only one in my eyesight, and I'm just going to rock with you. Mm-hmm. And you don't put all your eggs in this basket for this one person, and then you realize 90, 120 days later, nah, I'm not feeling this vibe. And now you got to backpedal and get up out of that situation.
But, okay, so there's a problem there. There's an issue there because all of that stuff you should have weeded out before you got married and before you got engaged to that person. Because the time
out. Yellow flag on the plate.
Come on, the time before
engagement. Wait a minute. Rewind.
Uh-huh.
We ain't talking about engagement or marriage right now.
You said 120 days.
You said what's holding me back from dating one person. Or
so you're saying after 120 days of dating.
Right.
Oh, I'm thinking you're talking about after. Okay.
No.
Carry on.
You went way out there with that. Okay. I'm just speaking like this is still pregame. You know what I'm saying? This is still pregame. This is still the appetizer. Okay. You know what I'm saying? We getting to know each other, getting to know what you like, what I like, your if and buts and mine too. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? How your mama raised you and how my mama raised me. Like this is information that you should be exchanging with each other so you can fully understand. Like, is this the person that I really can see a future with? Or is this a person like, you know what? Our vibe is just cool. Yeah. And friends. And I think it's best for us to just keep it that way and keep it moving. Now, yeah, is it going to hurt your feelings, hurt their feelings? It happens because you probably done been intimate during that time. You probably done kicked it a little bit. You probably do like each other. But at the end of the day, and I want to use this analogy, is it a great business deal? Because truth be told, people, your relationship with somebody is a business deal. This is a partnership. This is a business binding contract that you are making for your rest of your life with one person. And is this person somebody that you can be in business with, and be doing what you need to do for the rest of y'all two natural life? And if it's something that you can honestly say, I can't see this happening, then don't do it.
I agree. 1,000%. Like, you know, you have to dig into someone's finances. You have to, you know their wants and likes and dreams. You have to know if you're compatible. You have to know the good and the bad about someone before you say I do. You know what I mean?
Before you say I do, but I'm saying still in the dating world.
Yeah, but I'm jumping ahead.
I know you're jumping ahead, but I don't want the listeners to think that, well, damn, you got to be all into the finances and doing all this while you just getting to know somebody?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No, I don't think so.
I think so.
I don't think so. And this
because it's a waste of time if you're not.
Listen, I'm saying while you're dating.
If you're dating with a purpose, it's a waste of time.
Okay.
I need to know.
Okay, whoa, pause.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If I have committed to you boyfriend status, that information can come out.
Yeah, that's dating with a purpose. We're just talking about friends with benefits.
I'm saying if you still in the friend zone type situation, there is no boyfriend or girlfriend.
So let's move past the friend zone.
But then I want to make this statement too. There are a lot of people in the world who feel like boyfriend and girlfriend status, you ain't supposed to be discussing stuff like finances and stuff like that.
But we're talking about what works for us.
What works for us and what works for me.
Yeah.
Okay. No, we're not having a financial conversation if I'm just getting to know you.
But, okay, so let's move past that.
Let's move past the
boyfriend, girlfriend.
We're boyfriend and girlfriend.
Mm-hmm. Well, how you ask that question? You be like, hey, you want to be my girl?
No, man, I might do the little letter thing, check box yes or no.
Oh, my
you know
God.
what I'm saying? I'm old school, brother.
This
you know
dude is in the
I'm gonna leave it on
middle school.
I'm gonna leave it on your windshield wiper.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna find out where you work at or where you live at, just put on your windshield wiper and everything. You know what I'm saying? Don't hate me, man. Don't hate the player.
All right.
Hate the game, brother. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
All right?
I hear you, brother.
So
but go ahead.
Listen. If we're in boyfriend and girlfriend status, then I feel that all the cards need to be on the table. Because for you to make that commitment to be somebody's boyfriend or girlfriend, you also have an interest in knowing what the future is with that person. So all the cards need to be on the table.
Right. Especially
when you start getting up in age, it's like, what do you, at that point, it's dating with a purpose. What are you doing? It should be no, I mean, yeah, everything, some stuff is going to be secretive. Don't get me wrong, folks. You're not going to tell everybody every single thing. And I tell people all the time, you're not going to know every single thing.
No.
You okay? That's what makes relationships work, because you're not going to tell your partner every single freaking thing. You know what I'm saying? Some stuff is just secretive.
Yeah, you're going to try, but so I go through therapy and relationship therapy. And, the key thing for me as a man, and that our therapist wants me to do, is open up more. Because I tend to, after going 30 plus years of my life, I was married before. So even still, without that, going that long of my life and not having to answer to anyone, respond to anyone, let anyone in, work, and me by myself worrying about me and my son. That's what my therapist is trying to assist me in. And he gets it a lot from men, is we don't open up. We don't think, as far as relationship wise, I'll handle it, then I'll come to you. You know what I mean? And so I don't open up as much as she wants me to. And I think that's where, a problem in most relationships is because a lot of things are secret. I'll handle it. Money problems, I'll handle it.
But that's a man's mentality.
It is.
And and it's not necessarily a bad thing.
I don't think it's just a man's mentality. Sometimes women have that same mentality.
There are women, you're right. Yeah. I don't want to make it just general, gender neutral. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you do run across this in a lot of men. And it comes from our pride and our ego, and basically what was instilled in us growing up. You know what I'm saying? It was always told to me, you can't be a man in another man's house. Point blank simple. So if you have a certain type of mentality, like, it's on me to fix, it's on me to do better, it's on me, it's on me, it's on me, you're not looking for the help from your significant other. And sometimes that could be a real bad thing, and sometimes that could be a good thing. It all depends on the partner that you got, and them being understanding and know what makes you work and what makes you tick. So, to each his own, really. You know what I'm saying? But you got to communicate that with the partner so they understand, so y'all not both looking at each other like, what's wrong? I'm good. I'm straight. You know what I'm saying? That type of stuff like that or whatever.
It's just tough, man. I think this is being married is the hardest job that I've ever had. Because it is a business relationship at the end of the day. We have to, it's tough, man. It's very tough to sit down with someone and be an open book or try to be an open book with that person and try to share everything with that person. That person is not you. So they don't handle business the way you do. They don't handle, anything, household chores or, car stuff or, and in my home, it's a blended home. So, I'm bringing the son in and trying and wanting her to love him as much as she loves me. Understanding that I'm the middle, I'm the glue that holds those two together, which she does. She does a great job at that. You know what I mean? But in most relationships, let's say you're not, let's say it's like you. It's you and somebody else that doesn't have a kid. You have to learn you have to unteach yourself everything that you've learned growing up in your 20s. To learn how to love that person, to learn what their love language is, to learn what they want, need, and expect out of you in a relationship. To learn how to lead if that's, if you're traditional, if you're in a traditional relationship. I feel like I lead my household. And if I'm broken, the household is broken. Okay. So I have to be better, a better leader, a better man, a better father, husband, all in all, so that my family thrives. You know what I mean? So it's
like
tough.
That. I like that.
It's tough.
And there's a lot of women out here that what if they leading?
She cutting in. Alexa.
That's the feds listening, man. You know what I'm saying? Anytime Alexa just come on by herself, the feds is listening to what you got to say. They didn't hear. They heard something that they was skeptical about. Just telling y'all this now, man. Y'all listen to me. So, I mean, I feel what you're saying, and I think that you are accurate. And I'm not hearing that you don't enjoy being a husband or being married. You're just putting out that it's not going to be Candyland at all, where you about to just walk through these little boards in life and everything's gonna be smooth and peachy. You know what I'm saying? That is one of the most hardest things to accomplish as a human being, is to be married to somebody for the rest of your life. You know what I'm saying? This one person every single day, attitudes, emotions, how you was raised, they was raised, y'all trying to blend all this stuff together and make it work for the rest of your life. And see, I'm a type of person, I guess I'm kind of like old school in this sense. I really look at the vows as some like real stuff.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? To death do us part, brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, listen.
Death could be a long way
Death
away.
could be a long way
or,
away. Or what?
It could be short.
I mean, it could be. 2020 has showed us that could be short. You're right. But you get into a situation like that, and I don't think nobody get into a situation like that and thinking divorce.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So for me, if it ever happens, it's forever. You know what I'm saying? That's the way it's designed to be. That's what I'm gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Even when the times is bad or whatever, like I'm gonna put in the work to make sure like we continue to keep this thing going. Okay. I don't want there to be like, oh, I ain't liking this vibe, so I'm just gonna get a divorce. No. That ain't what we doing. You know what I'm saying? No.
Divorce.
Like my man Martin did on Martin. Martin was talking to Gina one day, right? And he was like, he kept the receipt for the ring.
Yeah.
And he told Gina, he was like, look down at your finger. You okay? Like, what you know how much I spent on that? You know how much that set me back, Gina? You know what I'm saying? Like, jokingly, you know what I'm saying? I feel what he was trying to say. Like, and I done spent bread. I done did this. I'm showing the commitment. You think I'm about to just let this joint walk out the door? Like, no. Like, I ain't doing all this to just let it walk out the door. So, you know, it's my little jokey joke for the day, man. You know what I'm saying? What would you say?
It's a huge investment when you're getting married. That ring alone is going to make you like think about, is this the person that I truly want? When I was buying her ring, it set me back. You know, it made me take a step back. Like, is this really what I want to do? You know, because that's a huge investment by itself. The ring, I mean, you know, if you're
into that type of thing,
if you're into it, we're talking because it's us. Yeah. You know, if you're into it and if you're able to, you're going to invest. I mean, you know, we were talking earlier. There's bags that we'll buy for our girlfriends is $1,500, $2,000, right?
You know,
I'm saying, you know, when you get to that point, right?
Yeah.
The ring should be times something of that. You know, so when I bought the ring for my wife, I took a step back and I was like, yo, I had to really think. And it wasn't a question for me. It wasn't a question because I knew exactly where I wanted to be, how she made me feel, and where I wanted to be the rest of my life.
That's good.
You know what I mean? But you still think we're humans. We're humans. So we're going to think no matter what, is this what I want to do the rest of my life?
Yeah.
The rest of my life is a long time. This person supports me. This person motivates me. This person has a great work ethic. Whatever traits you like of that person, that's what you like.
Shout out to wifey, man, for being all that.
Nah, all right. We beefing. No, I'm joking. So you just gotta take it slow for real. You know, I was married before. Unfortunately, that didn't work out. You know what I mean? But you always learn from past relationships. I learn what I want, what I don't want. I learn, you know, I grow from it.
Facts.
You know what I mean? And because because divorce is so intrusive, because divorce is so final. It's not like it's kind of like death. You know what I mean? Not to that extreme, but it's like that's it. You know, depending on your relationship. Some people are still able to be friends. Some people have other things.
Everybody ain't Will Smith and Jada and his first wife in the world. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, we don't go on vacations.
You all taking vacations with each other.
We don't do that.
Like, everybody can't do that. You know what I'm saying?
So,
but if I ever was in a situation, be honest, and I got kids by one woman.
That's what I was going into.
I was going to say, I would like for all of us to be cool and
cordial. But it depends. It all depends on your relationship and how y'all split.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the thing. If you don't have anything tying you together, some people just split and that's it. But I know when we split, friends pick sides. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Family members that you talk to and you cool with are picking sides.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, people are still, and you're still emotionally attached to these folks. So it's like at finances. You know what I mean? You go from if y'all both are working, a 2-income household. Now somebody got to move, or both of y'all got to move. Who's taking the cup, your favorite cup? She gonna take your cup, and like these things, depending on how y'all
bought them plates.
Exactly.
You know
These things have to be discussed.
I bought them plates. Don't you touch my plates.
Boy, it's difficult. So with all that being said, you have to really pay attention to the person you're making that commitment to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This should be something that you are, without a shadow of a doubt, you are sure about. But I'm transitioning into the next question.
Go ahead. What's the next question? Wait. So did we get the?
You answered dating.
We know what the definition of dating. What's
your definition is?
My definition of dating. So real quick.
You don't like apps. You ain't swiping.
I ain't swiping. I don't like apps. But I do want to just for context. When you was a single man, what was your definition of dating? Real quick, if you could throw that out there.
I don't remember. It was so long ago. No, I was my definition of dating. Shit. We were, I was always dating with a purpose. Okay. So I'm a monogamous. No, I'm not monogamous. I wasn't monogamous, but I was a long-term relationship person.
Okay. So you've always been a long-term
I've always been a long-term relationship person. So gotcha. I've had 3 relationships in my adult life.
Okay.
And they've been long-term, each one of them.
Gotcha.
I did have, in between them, I did have friends like you were talking about. Yeah. But I'm big on communication, and I'm big on let's understand what we are from the beginning.
Okay.
So if we're talking and we sit up there and say, kind of similar to what you said, hey, this isn't going to go much further than what we're doing right now. We're just having fun. Friends with benefits. Right. Pretty much. But that's still difficult when you're dating someone a little bit older, and they may say, yeah, I'm cool with having this relationship. Even you may say that, but then feelings get involved. Once you get affectionate.
And that is always the tricky part of dating, because whatever you put out on the table in the beginning doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to continue to follow through with you, 3, 4, 5, 6 months down the road. Because feelings change and things get different, and everybody feels a different type of way.
Right.
So you can make a commitment to, this is what I want in the dating world, and then 6 months later it might be something completely different. So that's is why I said the definition of dating is definitely special to each individual person. But you gotta have a conversation with the person that you're thinking about dating and be like, let's get something understood up front. What are we doing? And
but who does that though? That's the big question. I mean, like a lot of people don't make it clear up front, or if they do, they're lying about it. Yeah. A lot of people sit up there and say,
they're gonna lie about it. They're gonna lie about it because they just, at the end of the day, we grown people. You know what I'm saying? Most men, you trying to smash.
But that should be easy enough to say up front. I should be able to say, I just want to fuck. You know what I mean? Take it or leave it, right? Take it or leave it.
If you say,
some women don't take it, some women will take it.
And if you want to clean it up and say, listen,
of course, say it in a better way.
I'm just looking for friends with benefits. Then
I don't want nothing.
That's letting a woman know.
I don't want nothing.
You know what I'm saying? You just basically trying to smash. You know what I'm saying?
But at the same time, man, like a lot of people don't hear that. They hear I can make him change. You sit up there and say, I don't want kids. Well, if we get in a relationship long enough, he'll change his mind.
Right.
And then get mad a year from now, 2 years from now, when I'm still saying I don't want kids.
Right.
So it's a tough. Dating is tough.
Dating
is
a
tricky
tough
situation.
I don't care if it's 2020 or 1999. Dating will forever be tough.
His head is
as hell. Go ahead, Baba head. Tell him. Dating is tough. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is, people. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, in our conclusion, dating is tough. You have to navigate through dating the way that you feel like is best for you. But the best advice that we can give you from a light-skinned perspective, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Is just try to be upfront and honest and put everything on the table that you want and don't want up front. And then that allows people to make the decision that they want to make. If they want to rock with you, if they want to rock with you and the woman wants to smash, she gonna do it, bro. You know what I'm saying? She don't have to think about it. And women vice versa. You know what I'm saying? It goes hand in hand. So that's my advice to the people. You know what I'm saying?
All right,
what's the next question?
Transitioning on. This is a question that we discussed before. Mm-hmm. If there's a woman, this is particularly directed. no. But if there's a woman that you know, and you everything lines up, and she's just dope, like all in all, but you have to make you personally feel like you have to make 1,000,000 sacrifices for that person to find your happiness, will you still commit to that person?
Are the sacrifices equally exchanged?
No. If you have to make all of the if you have to make more sacrifices than she does, do you feel like you have for you to you know she's a good woman, all these things are lining up, you guys fit well, but you have to do X, Y, and Z, and she's not really doing much on this side as far as sacrificing? Do you think this is something that will work, and will you commit to it?
You got to really, 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 really love, and this person. Because I feel like the sacrifices and the compromising needs to be work hand in hand with each other. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? If I'm giving a little, I need you to give a little. If I'm giving a whole lot, you got to give a whole lot too.
But not everything is as black and white as that.
Everything's not black and white. It could be, but you gotta weed through that to understand like what that person's is giving and what you're giving it. Because it's not gonna meet like. It's not gonna be as simple as I gave $1, she gave $1. It's not gonna match up always like that. But I'm just saying, depending on what the situation is, I think both of you just gotta come to a great understanding. And this is to all the listeners. If there is somebody that is like 1,000% made for you, then go get that person. And I feel like you know it. You feel it. You know it in your heart. You feel it in your gut and your bones. If that person is 1,000% made for you, do what you can to go get that person. You know
okay, so what if that person? How am I gonna word this? What if that person? You don't have any kids,
right?
What if that person tells you, "I don't want kids," and you want children? Like beyond a shadow of a doubt, you want children. Period. Right?
Period. Yes.
So if she comes to you and says, you guys are made for each other. You feel it, she feels it, we're clicking, we're vibing, but she's like flat out, I don't want children. Like at all. Like I don't have any, I don't want any.
Does she have children?
It doesn't matter? It doesn't. If she has some and says I don't want any more, let's say she got her tubes tied. Or she has none and she doesn't want any. Like some women do not want children at all.
Shout out to, I got a couple of family members that don't have no kids. Them women, strong black women, they was like, I ain't having no babies. You know what I'm saying? Hey, to each his own.
Yeah. Where you going with
it's going to be a hard pass for me.
That's a no for me.
That's going to be a no, Scott. Okay? And it basically just boils down to wanting what you want. Somebody can be perfect from head to toe in your eyes, and they line all their values and everything, and lines up with you. But like, if for a man or for a woman, and this kind of goes both ways because there are men who don't want kids or already have a bunch of kids and don't want any more, and vice versa. There's women that's in the same boat. But you're asking me if I think it would be very, very hard for me to look at a woman in her face and be like, let's be together, let's get married, let's live our life together, lovey-dovey, whoop-de-woo, blah, blah, blah. And I know you're never going to, like, give me a little wee chat. For those of y'all not country, that means children. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to give me no child. And all I'm asking for is one. You know what I'm saying? One to keep the legacy going.
So would you still... Okay, so if she told you that up front, would you stay in a relationship with her, or would you split up and be like, yo, we need to go our separate ways?
Is this boyfriend and girlfriend status, or just getting this enough?
This is... Let's say boyfriend and girlfriend. But you've spoken about this in the getting to know process.
Exactly. I've already spoken about this in the getting to know. So for me, I probably would have never been like on some boyfriend and girlfriend status with you.
Right.
Because I know you're not ultimately going to give me what I want. So what's the purpose of me and you getting into a committed relationship with each other when I'm still not going to get the one thing I want at the end of the day?
Okay.
So for me, it's just a hard no. It's a pass. I'm gonna have to pass on that. And
that's tough though.
It's nothing wrong with that. You might miss what you say. What you say? What you say? Oh, I thought you said something. You might miss the woman of your dreams, quote unquote, your dreams, the person that you really need. You know what I'm saying? And those are the hard decisions that you got to make in life. Period.
But that's
am I gonna miss out on a really good woman?
Probably.
Because she don't want to have any children? Nah.
I mean, you do want what you want, right? We all want what we want. We all have our types. We all have our wants and needs in this life. Mm-hmm. And I think I would not have settled down with anyone if they didn't want children. There you go. That's I
got a question for you though.
Go ahead.
Is it selfish? Is it wrong that you say yes to the woman who don't want the children? Okay. And then go have a baby somewhere else.
Yeah, yeah. What you mean? Unless you guys have an open relationship? No, what the hell? Like, I don't know where that question came from. Yes, that's wrong.
I mean, what if you do it? What if you do it before marriage?
That's wrong, bro.
What if you do it before marriage?
If you guys have sat there and committed to each other and saying we are together, you know what I mean? Like we're working towards something. You know, we're gonna work towards marriage, or not everybody believes in marriage, so we're working towards, you know, a lifelong partnership. Okay. Yeah, it's wrong for you because then you're putting her in a bad situation because now she has to help you raise that child.
She don't have to help me do shit.
You're living together.
I mean, listen to me. I get it.
You're living together.
I get it, man. I get it. Yes, if that's your wife.
So what? No, even if that's your long-term girlfriend. Let's say y'all moved in together, right?
I get it.
And you went outside the relationship.
I get it. This. I get it.
All right.
I get it. I'm just asking the question because listen, I look at it like this right here. Okay, I'm not saying that I would do this. Okay, I have my morals is different than this, but I look at it like this. If you was to date somebody who already has a kid and y'all actually, you know, get together, partnership, marriage, whatever y'all gonna do for the lifetime, now you technically stepdaddy, stepmama type situation in that situation. You know what I mean? Okay. So because I met you and then you told me, nah, bro, I ain't having no more kids. I already got kids. Or nah, bro, I've never wanted children, so that ain't happening. And I still I ain't about to pass up on a good woman, so I'm still gonna be with her.
Right.
But then I'm like, well, shit, that's still not. I'm trying to scratch that itch. No. I'm still trying to have a little.
You
kid.
should have never said yes. You should have
never said yes. Yeah. But at the end of the day, now I was just like, man, listen, man, people do it all the time, dog. How many people step out of their situation and go have a baby on the step out? How many people come into a situation and already got kids?
Now, is she obligated to stay with you?
No, she's not.
Okay. So why even, if you know that that's something that is definite, I no doubt want a child. No doubt. Why stay?
She no doubt wants to put her body through that and go through a whole child situation. That ain't got nothing to do with me.
Why stay? Why stay? There's no need to even say, because you're going to get with a girl, right? You're going to get with a girl. She's going to tell you now, I don't want a baby. And she's perfect for you. You're going to stay with, y'all get into a relationship, boyfriend, girlfriend, married, whatever. You still going to regret the choice that you made. Yeah. Because you always want that child. Yeah. And for you to step out, that's putting everything that you work towards at risk. If she's not up for an open relationship, or for you to have, because she's going to have to look at that child. You're not always going to go to the mom's house. You're going to want to bring that child to your house.
I'm saying, what if I was to make this what's called procreate? What if I was to do that before I said I do?
It's still a no.
I mean,
you're still going to have to bring that baby to your house.
You single till you married.
Unless she was, you're right. Unless she's like, I'm cool with it, you go ahead and step out because I don't want to do it. You step out. If she says that, but maybe 1 out of 10. I know black women, 1 out of 10, maybe.
I'm just going to put this out to everybody, okay? This is not it is a true story. It's not my true story. You know what I'm saying? There are people who have done this or have something similar to it, not in the necessary sense of, I'm committed to you and I'm going to step out and have a baby because you won't have one. But think about the people around the world. I'm going to throw some names out there, you know what I'm saying? The Dwayne Wades of the world, you know what I'm saying? My man broke up with Gabrielle, got with another jank, bang, bang, boom, got a baby on the way. And then him and Gabrielle came back and they married.
It's a little different when you work $200 million.
I mean, so you saying money is the factor?
Yes.
So now niggas gotta be, I ain't even want to use the N word. You know what I'm saying? Now we got to be rich in order for stuff like this to go down?
Yes.
Come on, man.
Yeah. And I don't even think he was married to her before he had the baby. But it was a. So the justification behind that was it's a separation or a break, baby. It's a break, baby, right? I'm saying my thought. No. My thought is you guys are in a relationship. There's no breakup. We are together, and you are sneaking around, and you get somebody pregnant. Mm-hmm. Yo, the relationship is done, man. What if she did that to you? And she got pregnant.
That's just foul.
Oh, this is a double standard.
That is foul.
This is a double standard.
How you gonna carry another man's child, but you won't carry mine?
How you gonna put your seed in another woman? Bruh, it's
and this is why we have this open dialogue between this married man and this single man, because I look at it as this. If I'm in a relationship with you and you telling me you don't want kids, but then you go get pregnant by another dude, that's wrong. That's just grimy.
It's wrong on both.
But if you telling me you don't want kids and I turn around and go get a baby from somewhere else.
You cheated.
I cheated.
Is she obligated to be with you?
She's not.
So.
But which one sounds worse? I feel like the other one sounds worse.
Both of them sound bad.
The other one sounds worse because you didn't want kids, but you pregnant by somebody else.
Listen, man. You both are wrong.
Man, listen, man. All these hypotheticals and situations.
Yeah.
This is comic book.
It's
comic book.
We're just scraping, we're just touching on little topics that
you know what I mean? But I mean
people want to talk about.
It makes good dialogue. I like that. I'll take the heat, man. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. But
all right, so wrapping up, man. What we doing? So next week. We'll be back next week.
Man, you know what? We didn't tell the people what 2 days in a wake up mean. This is the 2 days in a wake up podcast.
Go ahead, you've been talking. I'm a little, my throat is
something in your double cup.
No, I'm good there, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Okay. So the 2 days in the wake up podcast is basically put your ring back on, brother. T'Challa, aka Black Panther, held it down for you during the conversation. So we are veterans. You know what I'm saying? We are veterans from the world's greatest Navy. You know what I'm saying?
Best and the brightest.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And 2 days in a wake up, it's just a military term at the end of the day. It basically is letting people know that you're near completion. Yep. You know what I'm saying? So when we used to be on deployments and things of that nature, it was like, oh, we got 1 month in a wake up, and then it'd be like 2 days in a wake up. And that means you're almost home, you're almost done, you're almost complete with your task. And we want to carry that over into just everyday life. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you got going on, whatever tasks you got going on, whatever you're going through or stuff like that, just remember 2 days in a wake up and that'll be done. If you kind of keep that near completion mentality and keep grinding it out and doing what you got to do, just remember a week in a wake up or 2 days in a wake up and you're done with that task and you're done with that completion and you can have a sense of relief because it's all over with. So that's the reason why we went with the 2 days in a wake up podcast. Because
we will be hitting you guys with a bunch more stuff, a bunch more content.
Absolutely.
We just want to stay connected with everybody, not only vets but everybody. I do this. I not to cut you off there, brother, but there's a lot going on with vets. There are 22 vets that commit suicide every single day. And that number is absurd. That number is shocking. I want to just open up the conversation between us as being two vets, to be able to talk about anything and everything in our lives, to be able to discuss what's going on in our lives, good, bad, and indifferent, with no filter. So we'll be coming to you guys, and you give us feedback on everything that we're talking about, if you'd like to. If not, so be it. But this content will be up on every platform, so...
And make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share it to your friends and your family.
That. I see that on YouTube all the time. I'm never going to say that. Go ahead. That's going to be you.
You know what I'm saying?
Comment. Yeah,
like, comment, and subscribe. Shit, that's what it is. Okay? If you don't do it, you know what I'm saying? How your auntie, cousin, and friend going to hear about our conversation today.
And remember that he's single, so your auntie, cousin, and friend can go ahead and holler at him.
Ain't nothing wrong with a little cougar, brother. You know what I'm saying?
All right, we gone, man. It was good, brother. You know what I mean? First episode. Y'all be safe.
All right.